Welcome everybody, Deacon Mike here. Here we have Winter's Victory. We're going to do an opening. Just a quick overview. This is from New England Simulations in their fine tradition of very well-crafted games, I should say. Here, notice the box upper edge saying Grand Battles of the First Empire. This is Winter's Victory, the Battle of Preußisch Eylau, running 7 and 8 of February 1807. Nice big 3-inch box here, and we're going to see why by considering. Let's see, just to think about the game components. All right, there's 4 full color maps. They're 25.5 by 33-inch. 2,592 back printed 9/16 inch die cut counters. Nice size for those of us who are older and need them to be bigger for our eyes. Units are primarily infantry battalions, cavalry regiments, and artillery batteries. Each game turn is 15 minutes of actual time. The map is 116 yards per hex. It's rated complexity level 7 and has a playing time indicated as 12 to 56 hours, depending on scenario, number of players. And in fact, number of players here indicates is 2 to 5 or more. 2 to 5 or more. It's not even out of their shrink yet, so I just want to show it off a little bit and also discover what's kind of cool about this game. So let's get the shrink off. Put that aside, of course. All right, so box lid popped off nicely. All right, cool little thing right here. A Preußisch Eylau 1807 Battles of the First Empire. A little tiny felt bag here, yeah, pretty cool. Nice little addition. And got to be filled with something. All right, let's see. A game turn marker. All right. Some little arrows. Here, turn marker. Must have been a crowdfunding exclusive, right? Turn phase marker. And a 10-sided die. Very nice. Okay, there's something else in here. Maybe another die. Let's see. Yep. So another 10-sided die. All right. Winter's Victory. Nice little bag for those of us, I guess, in the pre-order group. All right. So the rules have a little bit of a cover here, so take that cover off. And what you see inside the cover. Okay, so we got a cavalry charge and a shock combat example. Nice full color map. And then nice text. Oh yeah, with little numeric coding. So a 1 is tied to the number 1 description and so on. Pretty nice. The game is by Mark Hinkle, as we'd expect. Design development assistance from Milt Janowski, Kenneth Guerin, and Gary Moody. Graphic design is Mark Hinkle. Proofing and editing is Martin Sample, Kenneth Guerin, and Timothy Allen. The executive operations executive is Mihaela Hinkle. Production assistants Martin Sample, Richard Mangakian. I'm probably butchering a name here and there, so I apologize. Special thanks are given. So you got play testing. But you got James Arnold, Tony Curtis, Andrew Gebhardt, John Kranz, Andy Lewis, Igor Lukianov, Nicholas Savo, Mark Simonich, and John Waldis, and all the others who lent their support in many ways. And a special thanks to Frank Davis, whose original design inspired the game. Very cool. Nice little touch there. Right? Winter's Victory. All right, so rules of play. Let's see. And all the way to the back here, attack orders are indicated. And oh, even the back cover has some stuff here. That's just an order, delivery, and activation example. And so it looks like there's 38 pages of rules, nice full color, lots of text. Here and there you see some graphics. And yeah, I guess the rating on the complexity level is approximately correct. Okay, so there's the rules of play. The playbook. So this is exclusive rules, scenarios, and optional rules. And again, nice color interior. And we got some, nice painting. Right. Series of rules here that are dedicated to, I guess, special conditions, like night turns and exclusive. Here's a rule mentioning exclusive units and leaders. Very cool little paintings just kind of scattered throughout and flip around a little. So we have the epic battle in the snows. So it must be the full scenario. Let's see, the back has a weather chart, heavy snow movement table. Evening and night game turn summary is there. Really nice looking rules cover. Love the colors too. All right, then we have organizational displays. So here's brigade commitment and fatigue tracks. This is the French. We got here Imperial Russians, again, commitment fatigue display. So you can see you're tracking fatigue level right at the, well, that's interesting. They got some optional units, looks like right here. So you see basically the organizational design for an army and the nice tracks to utilize, for, I guess, morale. Well, commitment of the brigade, morale, and fatigue seem to be captured there. This is the Allied Brigade commitment fatigue. Okay. So, pretty nice. Looks like it's going to be a relatively large footprint once you've got all these little tracks laid out. And here's an Allied Brigade commitment display. More of the Imperial Russian Army. You have victory levels here too, this little track. Okay. Pretty nice. It's they have a kind of it feels like a Lenin, some sort of Lenin on it maybe. I'm not sure about the finish, but it's pretty nice. Feels, kind of well crafted, we'll say. All right, so here's the game turn track, and it's indicating right where you are in the phases, but also a lot of good information is loaded into each of the phase circles there. All right, combat results. Here's a fire combat results table. Let's see here. Got something else here. Yes. Here's artillery combat results. You can see different target classes are indicated in the fire combat. So this is just a duplicate, right? Look, we have a Russian fire combat results. Cool. What we have got now? Let's see. Okay, so now you have a shock combat results table. You see ratios along the the rows there, and then you have attacker effectiveness minus defender effectiveness for the column that you want to use for your die roll. And then there's a variety of combat modifiers. A nice little summary of the results of combat there. Awesomely, there's 2 of those. That's nice. So you can set it up for everybody to be able to easily track. Don't have to be throwing player cards around and such. All right, so we got a terrain effects chart. Nice colors. Notice terrain right? It's a winter battle, so of course the terrain is generally more of a wintry mix right there. Here's some order delivery tables. There's a cavalry morale check, artillery fire zones on this one. Here we have morale and rally information. Pretty cool. Looks pretty detailed. Could be a brain burner, which is awesome. This is a reinforcement schedule for one of the scenarios. Another one here. Okay, so here's a scenario. Bennigsen turns to fight. So this side is the French Allied scenario, reinforcements. Here we have, okay, so this is the set. There's a setup side and then the reinforcements side, right? Okay, another scenario situation, setup and reinforcement schedule. Okay, that's the Winter's Victory scenario. Here is, right, the Allied scenario card for Winter's Victory. Pretty cool paintings there. Right. Get you into the mood. It's always nice to be drawn into the era. Scenario 24, so massacre without results. Okay, setup, and then once again, reinforcement information. Here's where things are going to get intense, right? So the camera is set up so that I can't really pull out the map fully, but here you get at least some indications of the map. So this one is map A. 116 yards per hex. Pretty nice. You notice there's a time track on that guy, right? That's another map, map B. This one you can actually see there's some nice flag indicators for, must be entry, right? Entry according to, look, French and Prussian on that particular map entry hex. Very wintry mix, right? Looks like a little bit of like kind of swampiness right there. I like Mark Hinkle's graphics. They're very, very nice. Here's map C. Come out, come out. All right, map C. Bunch of tracks along that one edge. So let's open this guy up a little bit. There we go. There's a pretty nice display of a bunch of little hilltops here and there. Klein Ausgarten, Seppalen, forest area here. Okay. Beautiful map. Pretty obvious level indicator in terms of the map shading. You know, how high a hill is. That's pretty nice. And, oh gosh, map D. It's a big game, right? Oh, pretty cool. Look, on this map, you got a sequence of play chart. There's wind indicators. The snow rate is important. It's a very horrible battle in terms of the snowy conditions. Just terrible, terrible weather. Again, beautiful map. This one has the logo on it as well, the Winter's Victory logo. Hey, you go to a convention, somebody's got this massive game out. Ah, it's going to be really obvious. Oh, look, it's written right on the map. Excellent, excellent. All right, and tons of counters, right? Over 2,000. Let's see, a morale level counter self-mounting label. All right, so there must have been either a mistake with a particular counter, or maybe it was missing. So this thing lets you build a counter. I've done that before. What I use is comic book cards. They're not as thick typically as a counter set, but they get pretty close. This one You can see it's a brown stock. Ooh, very nicely built. Looks like these will cut out better. I usually use an X-Acto blade. I might not want to punch these. All right, the nibs on these look pretty big, so and it's in pretty nice condition in terms of, you know, feeling. Well, no, some of them are loose, so we'll see how that goes. All right, just literally tons and tons of counters. This counter sheet, it says 1B. All right, there's the big guy Napoleon right there. I always find myself desirous of basically get all these punched, put them down on the organizational displays, and then create a system of moving the counters. You know, like get all these Russians down on their displays, move the counters into baggies where those are labeled well, or I might use the Cube for Me. Those seem to have a lot of space. I think a couple of the trays they have a little bit of extra space in them. Boy, just more and more counters. This is gonna be huge, a huge game. And taking them out slowly. Let's see. All right, so these are a bunch of artillery crews over here. Looks like disruption. More artillery crews. Okay. Interesting granularity then. Fatigue point markers. And whoop. You can see color changes in terms of on the scale. Maybe that's a good indicator of fatigue levels, not just the number, but right, the color. Right. And then we got some more markers here. Everything looks fairly well punched. This registration looks a tiny bit off, but it's not huge at all. It's probably less than a millimeter off for the registration. And let's see. Some order indicators, a bunch of markers for tracks. You can see attack orders. Very nice. All right. Ooh, a bunch of markers. Let's pop that open this way. So this must be casualty indicators. Right, so you have these just series of numeric counters. All right. Oh, sometimes I like a game just to have the counters, you know, right there on the map in terms of the casualties. Sometimes, you know how like the gamers Napoleonic Brigade system would do it. You could have a chart on a sheet indicating, you know, a series of boxes that you'll click off as casualties are suffered. I tend to like it more on the map, but I think it might depend on how well, you know, nimble fingers and tweezers are maneuvering counters that have to have facing, or are there big stacks, that kind of stuff. But these are, you know, battalions in 116-yard hex, so my suspicion is there's not huge amounts of stacking, but we'll see. I don't see any, you know, like in a regimental game, you might see like line extension counters and so on. I don't see those. All right, the map's going back in. Let's put those maps back in. Just literally tons of excellent material to help guide what you want to do in the game. Looks like everything is, you know, presented in a manner that it's available while you're, you know, engaged in play. You have the various charts and descriptions of things, you know, in front, right in front of you there. Nice playbook and rules. I'm going to stick this little chart just separately there. Let's put the two nice, these are wooden, little wooden, and they have a little sticker on them. And the two dice. Yeah, this is interesting. Looks like little metal arrows, right? So I wonder if that's an exclusive item, for people that were backers. So it's called Winter's Victory Prussisch Eilau, right? 1807 Deluxe Edition Accessories, it's called. So nice little craftsman style of touch, the box is a little thinner than I would have expected. Let's see how it holds up. It's definitely better than the Le Bataille stuff from Clash, but it feels a little thinner than, say, the recent GMT games style of boxes. So I'm Deacon Mike, and that's Winter's Victory. Looks like a fantastic game. I'll probably do a scenario to test run it at some point. But it seems like it might be, a good weekend or a long-term, maybe a few days during a convention to, really enact out the whole battle. So, pretty awesome. Looks amazing. Very well done graphically. And obviously, it's only an unboxing. You haven't looked at any of the rules and such. So, hope that was interesting to you all. And it's out in the wild now. It looks like a great game.